Hello there, and welcome to the History for Sleep 777 channel. Good evening. Tonight, there is nowhere you need to be, nothing you need to finish, no messages waiting for your attention, no busy streets, no hurried footsteps, only this quiet moment shared between you and the gentle whispers of history. So, find a comfortable position. Allow your shoulders to relax. Take one slow, deep breath in and gently breathe out. Once again, breathe in slowly and let every little worry quietly drift away. Feel the weight of the day becoming lighter. Your breathing grows calmer. Your thoughts become softer. There is no need to rush. History has waited thousands of years. It can wait a few more peaceful moments for you. Tonight, we are not visiting battlefields. We are not following kings into war. There are no loud crowds, no marching armies, and no dramatic adventures. Instead, we will travel to places where silence was treasured, places where knowledge rested quietly upon wooden shelves, where the soft scratching of a reed pen could be heard more clearly than any voice. We are going to visit the forgotten libraries of the ancient world, places where thousands of handwritten books once slept peacefully. Imagine a building filled not with noise, but with gentle stillness. Sunlight enters through tall stone windows. Tiny dust particles float lazily through warm beams of golden light. Rows upon rows of carefully arranged scrolls wait patiently upon wooden shelves. Some have rested there for years, others for generations. The air carries the gentle scent of papyrus, old wood, soft leather, fresh ink. Everything feels wonderfully calm. A single librarian quietly walks between the shelves. His footsteps are slow, measured, respectful. He knows exactly where every scroll belongs. There is no hurry. There never has been. In the ancient world, books were treasures. Every single page had been written carefully by hand. Every letter required patience. Every sentence demanded complete attention. Creating one book could take many weeks, sometimes many months, sometimes even years. Knowledge was precious, not because it was rare, but because every page represented countless hours of quiet human effort. Imagine sitting beside one of these ancient scholars. A small oil lamp flickers gently nearby. A smooth sheet of papyrus rests before him. His reed pen dips slowly into dark black ink. Then, carefully, patiently, he begins writing. Each letter appears one graceful stroke at a time. No printing presses, no computers, only steady hands, calm breathing, and quiet concentration. Outside, the world continues as it always has. Birds sing softly beyond the stone walls. A gentle breeze moves through nearby trees. Somewhere, water quietly flows through a peaceful garden. Inside the library, almost nothing changes. And perhaps that is exactly why these places feel so comforting. Libraries have always offered something rare, not simply information, but silence. A place where the mind could finally slow down. A place where every question could patiently wait for its answer. Tonight, we will wander through some of history's most remarkable collections of knowledge. From Egypt
to Greece, to Rome, to Ireland, to China, following the quiet footsteps of the people who carefully preserved human memory. Many of these libraries no longer exist. Some disappeared centuries ago. Others were forgotten beneath sand, stone, or time itself. Yet their stories remain, hidden quietly inside history, waiting patiently to be remembered once more. As we continue this peaceful journey, allow your breathing to become even slower. There is no need to imagine every detail perfectly. Simply allow the words to drift gently through your thoughts, like turning the pages of an old book, one quiet page at a time. The warm glow of an oil lamp, the scent of fresh ink, the gentle scratching of a reed pen across smooth papyrus, the quiet footsteps of a librarian disappearing between endless shelves. These simple moments are where our journey begins. And somewhere beyond the gentle silence, our first destination quietly awaits. The magnificent library of Alexandria, where thousands upon thousands of ancient scrolls once rested peacefully beside the Mediterranean Sea. So settle in, close your eyes if they have grown heavy, and together, let us quietly open the first page of one of history's most peaceful journeys. The first light of morning slowly rises over the Mediterranean Sea. The sky glows with soft shades of pale blue, gentle gold, and warm amber. A cool breeze drifts quietly through the ancient city of Alexandria. The streets are still peaceful. Most of the city has not yet awakened. Only a few fishermen prepare their small wooden boats along the harbor. Seagulls glide silently above the calm water. Far in the distance, sunlight gently touches the magnificent buildings of one of the greatest cities of the ancient world. Among them stands a place unlike any other, the Great Library of Alexandria. For more than 2,000 years, its name has inspired curiosity, wonder, and quiet imagination. Today, you are not arriving as a visitor. You are simply here to wander peacefully through its halls, taking your time, with nothing to hurry toward. As you walk along the smooth stone pathway, the library slowly comes into view. Tall white columns rise gracefully toward the morning sky. Wide marble steps lead gently toward its grand entrance. The walls shine softly beneath the early sunlight. Everything feels calm, balanced, almost timeless. A pair of wooden doors stand quietly open. You step inside. Immediately, the sounds of the busy city begin to fade away. The air becomes cooler, softer. The scent changes. Instead of salty sea air, you notice the gentle fragrance of papyrus, cedarwood, olive oil lamps, and old parchment. The silence here is different, not empty, but comforting. Every sound seems to belong. Soft footsteps echo gently across polished stone floors. Somewhere nearby, a scroll is carefully unrolled. Its dry papyrus makes the faintest whisper. A scholar quietly clears his throat before returning to his reading. Nothing disturbs the peaceful rhythm of the library. Sunlight streams through tall windows high above. Golden beams illuminate floating particles of dust. Each tiny speck drifts slowly through the quiet air. Rows upon rows of wooden shelves stretch in every direction. Thousands of papyrus scrolls rest carefully inside small carved compartments. Each scroll carries knowledge from another place, another person, another century. Some contain poetry, others preserve philosophy, astronomy, medicine, mathematics, geography, stories from lands far beyond Egypt. Many travelers have brought these writings here from every corner of the ancient world: Greece, Persia, India, Babylon, Phoenicia. Every new ship arriving at Alexandria's harbor brings fresh ideas, fresh knowledge, fresh stories. According to ancient tradition, scribes carefully copied many of these works by hand, allowing the library's collection to grow larger year after year. Imagine the patience this required. One careful line after another, one page at a time, one scroll after another. You slowly walk between the shelves. Each section feels like entering another world. One room holds writings about stars and planets. Ancient astronomers carefully mapped the heavens. Another room contains books describing plants, flowers, and healing herbs gathered from distant valleys. Nearby, mathematicians quietly study elegant geometric diagrams. Not far away, poets softly read beautiful verses written hundreds of years before. Every room carries its own peaceful atmosphere, yet together, they form something extraordinary. A quiet home for human curiosity. You pause beside a long wooden table. Several scholars sit together, each completely absorbed in their own work. No one speaks loudly. Occasionally, someone gently rolls a scroll closed. Another carefully dips a reed pen into black ink. The only sounds are soft, steady, and wonderfully calming. An elderly librarian slowly walks past. His simple linen robe moves quietly as he carries 3 carefully wrapped scrolls. He places each one back upon its proper shelf with remarkable care. Every movement is slow, intentional, respectful. Here, knowledge is treated almost like a living treasure. Time itself seems to move differently inside these walls. Outside, the sun climbs higher above Alexandria. Ships arrive at the harbor. Merchants open their shops. The city slowly becomes busy. But inside the library, nothing changes. The silence remains. The warm light continues to drift across the marble floors. The shelves remain patient, waiting for the next curious reader. Perhaps that is why libraries have always felt so comforting. They remind us that learning does not require rushing. Understanding grows quietly. One page, one sentence, one thoughtful moment at a time. You close your eyes for just a moment, breathing in the peaceful scent of papyrus and cedar, listening to the soft whispers of turning scrolls, feeling completely surrounded by thousands of years of quiet human wisdom. And as the gentle morning continues, you quietly realize this remarkable library is not simply a building. It is a sanctuary of peaceful thought, a place where silence itself becomes part of the story.
The morning sun has now climbed a little higher above Alexandria. Golden light gently filters through the tall stone windows of the library. The halls remain wonderfully quiet. The soft footsteps of scholars continue to echo across the smooth marble floor. You leave the great reading hall and follow a narrow stone corridor. At its end, a simple wooden door stands slightly open. Inside, a small writing room waits in peaceful silence. Several wooden desks are carefully arranged beside the windows. Clay pots filled with black ink rest neatly upon each table. Bundles of fresh papyrus lie stacked nearby. The room smells faintly of cedar wood, olive oil, and freshly prepared ink. A single scribe sits quietly near the window. He does not notice your arrival. His entire attention rests upon the scroll before him. He is in no hurry. Every movement is calm, every breath steady. Every letter receives his complete attention. You slowly take a seat nearby, careful not to disturb the peaceful atmosphere. The scribe reaches for a slender reed pen. He gently dips its pointed tip into the small clay jar of ink. Before writing, he pauses, only for a moment, almost as if silently greeting the empty page before him. Then, the pen touches the papyrus. Scratch, scratch, scratch. The gentle sound is soft enough to calm even the busiest mind. Each character appears slowly, beautifully balanced, perfectly measured. No letter is rushed. No line is carelessly placed. Every word becomes a quiet work of art. Unlike today, where thousands of books can be printed within hours, every book in the ancient world depended upon hands like these. Patient hands, careful hands, hands willing to spend months creating a single manuscript. The scribe occasionally stops to examine his work. If one letter appears slightly uneven, he calmly adjusts the next. Perfection is never forced. It simply grows, one careful stroke at a time. Nearby, another young apprentice quietly watches. He is still learning. His own handwriting is not yet as graceful. Sometimes his teacher gently offers advice, not with criticism, but with kindness. The apprentice smiles softly and begins again, slowly improving, one letter after another. Outside the open window, a gentle breeze moves through nearby olive trees. The leaves whisper quietly together. Somewhere beyond the library walls, birds sing their simple morning songs. The sounds drift gently into the writing room, mixing with the soft scratching of reed pens upon papyrus. It feels almost musical. The ink itself is carefully prepared, made from soot, water, and natural plant gums. Simple ingredients, yet together they create words capable of surviving thousands of years. Some of the writings created in rooms like this would one day travel across kingdoms. Others would quietly remain upon library shelves, waiting patiently for future generations. Imagine the responsibility resting upon the scribe's shoulders. A single mistake could change an important sentence. A missing word might confuse future readers. Every page required absolute patience, absolute care. Yet the scribe never seems anxious. His calmness is remarkable. Perhaps he understands something we often forget, that meaningful work cannot be hurried. As the hours pass, sunlight slowly moves across the room. The warm beam of light gradually reaches the wooden desk. Dust particles sparkle softly within it. The scribe finally places his reed pen aside. He gently lifts the completed sheet. Holding it toward the light, he carefully checks every line. Satisfied, he smiles quietly, not with pride, but with peaceful contentment. Another page has been preserved, another small piece of human knowledge protected from being forgotten.
He allows the fresh ink to dry naturally. Then, with slow, practiced movements, he carefully rolls the finished papyrus into a neat scroll. A small linen ribbon gently ties it closed. Soon, this scroll will take its place upon the shelves of the great library. Perhaps another scholar will read it tomorrow. Perhaps many years from now. Perhaps many centuries later. You stand quietly beside the window one final time. The peaceful scratching of another reed pen begins once again. Another page, another careful sentence, another quiet act of preserving history. And somehow, in this silent room filled with ink, papyrus, and patience, you begin to understand why ancient libraries felt so extraordinary. Not because they held thousands of books, but because every single page represented someone's quiet dedication, their steady hands, and their belief that knowledge was worth preserving. Take one slow breath. Listen once more to the gentle rhythm of the writing room, the soft scratching of ink upon papyrus, the whisper of leaves outside, the warm sunlight across the wooden desk. Allow these peaceful sounds to grow softer and slower as your own thoughts gently begin to drift.
The morning inside the great library has been wonderfully calm. The quiet scratching of reed pens, the gentle turning of ancient scrolls, and the warm scent of cedar wood still linger in your thoughts. Now, it is time to leave the cool marble halls behind. You step outside, where the warm Egyptian sunshine greets you once again. A gentle breeze drifts through the streets of Alexandria. The city is slowly becoming busier. Merchants carefully arrange baskets of figs, dates, and fresh bread. Donkeys quietly carry sacks of grain. Children laugh softly as they follow their parents through the marketplace. Yet even here, nothing feels hurried. Life moves at its own peaceful rhythm. Soon, our journey takes us beyond the city, toward the lifeblood of ancient Egypt, the mighty Nile River. For thousands of years, the Nile has quietly nourished fields, villages, and entire civilizations. Its calm waters have carried travelers, merchants, and ideas. But today, we have come for something much simpler: papyrus, the remarkable plant that became one of humanity's earliest writing materials. As you approach the riverbank, you see tall, green reeds gently swaying in the breeze. Some grow higher than a person. Their slender stems rise gracefully above the water, creating peaceful waves of green. Birds rest quietly among them. Dragonflies shimmer beneath the sunlight. The air smells wonderfully fresh. Clean river water, rich earth, warm reeds gently drying beneath the Egyptian sun. Nearby, a small group of craftsmen begin their daily work. There is no rush, no loud conversation, only calm, practiced movements passed down through generations. One craftsman carefully selects a healthy papyrus stalk. With a small bronze knife, he cuts it close to the water's edge. Another gathers the freshly cut stems into neat bundles. They carry them toward a shaded work table beneath a palm tree. You quietly sit nearby, watching every careful movement. First, the thick green outer skin is gently removed. Inside, a pale white center is revealed, soft, moist, almost sponge-like. Using a sharp blade, the craftsman slowly slices the inner stem into long, thin strips. Each strip is carefully laid beside the next.
perfectly straight, perfectly even. Soon, a second layer is placed across the first. This time, the strips run in the opposite direction, like a carefully woven pattern. No glue is needed. Nature provides everything. The natural juices within the papyrus fibers slowly bind the layers together. A smooth wooden board is placed on top. Heavy stones gently press downward. Hours pass quietly beneath the warm Egyptian sun. Nothing is forced. Nothing is hurried. Patience does all the work. As the afternoon continues, the sheets begin to dry. The pale fibers slowly transform into smooth, golden paper. The craftsmen gently polish each sheet using smooth stones and seashells. Tiny imperfections disappear. The surface becomes wonderfully soft, perfect for writing. You carefully lift one finished sheet. It feels surprisingly light, smooth beneath your fingertips. Simple, yet incredibly valuable. Soon, this single sheet may carry poetry, scientific discoveries, royal decrees, or perhaps the quiet thoughts of an ordinary writer. It is remarkable to think that knowledge often begins with something so humble, a simple river plant, growing peacefully beneath the Egyptian sun. Nearby, children help gather smaller reeds. An elderly craftsman quietly smiles as he watches them learn. Perhaps he once learned the same way, many years ago. The Nile continues flowing beside them, patient, steady, unchanging. It asks for nothing. It simply continues its journey, just as it has for countless generations. You close your eyes for a moment, listening carefully. The soft rustling of papyrus leaves, the gentle splash of river water against the shore, the distant call of birds flying overhead, the quiet tapping of polished stones smoothing fresh sheets of papyrus. Every sound feels gentle. Every movement feels peaceful. As the sun slowly begins its descent toward the western horizon, golden light washes across the river. The finished sheets of papyrus glow warmly beneath the evening sky. Soon, they will travel back to Alexandria, back to the quiet libraries, back to the patient scribes waiting with their reed pens. Without these simple reeds, many of history's greatest ideas might never have been preserved. The stories of kings, the discoveries of scholars, the poems of dreamers, all beginning here, beside one quiet river. You take one final look across the Nile. The papyrus reeds continue dancing softly in the breeze. The craftsmen quietly finish another day's work. The river flows onward, calmly, peacefully, just as it always has. And with every gentle breath, you feel your own thoughts becoming lighter, slower, and wonderfully quiet.
Our peaceful journey now leaves the warm shores of Egypt and slowly crosses the calm waters of the Mediterranean Sea. The gentle waves carry us northward toward another remarkable center of ancient knowledge, the city of Ephesus. More than 1900 years ago, Ephesus was one of the greatest cities of the Roman Empire. Merchants arrived from distant lands, philosophers exchanged ideas, travelers rested after long journeys, and among its magnificent streets stood one of history's most beautiful libraries, the Library of Celsus. As the afternoon slowly fades, you find yourself walking along a wide marble road. The smooth white stones beneath your feet have been polished by countless generations. A soft breeze drifts in from the nearby Aegean Sea. Olive trees sway gently. A nearby fountain quietly splashes into a marble basin, its peaceful rhythm filling the evening air. Ahead, the magnificent library slowly comes into view. Tall marble columns rise gracefully toward the fading sky. Elegant statues stand silently within carved niches. Every stone has been shaped with remarkable care. Everything feels balanced. As you slowly climb the broad marble staircase, your footsteps echo softly across the ancient stone. The great wooden doors stand open. You quietly step inside. Golden evening light filters gently through the high windows. The interior feels wonderfully cool. You notice the scent of cedar wood, aged parchment, beeswax candles, and polished marble. Everything is quiet. Several scholars sit peacefully beside wooden tables. One elderly philosopher studies a scroll. A young student carefully copies notes onto fresh parchment. Another visitor simply gazes toward the shelves, lost in thought. No one speaks above a whisper. The silence itself feels comforting. Around you, beautiful wooden cabinets hold hundreds of carefully stored scrolls. Small labels identify each collection. History, poetry, medicine, law, astronomy, philosophy. Generations of knowledge quietly rest within these walls. You slowly wander between the shelves. Every scroll represents countless hours of careful work. A patient scribe, a thoughtful scholar, a careful librarian. Knowledge has always required patience. As the sun begins to sink lower, warm golden light pours through the western windows. The marble walls softly glow. Dust drifts lazily through the air, catching tiny beams of sunlight. The entire library feels peaceful beyond words. Outside, the city of Ephesus quietly settles into evening. Merchants close their market stalls. Families return home. The distant sound of footsteps slowly fades. Inside the library, time itself seems to slow. A librarian gently rolls a finished scroll and carefully returns it to its shelf. Nothing is rushed. Nothing feels urgent. Perhaps this is the greatest lesson these ancient libraries offer. True learning grows quietly, not through speed, but through patience. One thoughtful page at a time. You find a small stone bench near one of the tall windows. The evening sky slowly changes color. Soft orange, gentle pink, then quiet lavender. The first stars begin to appear. You take a slow, deep breath. The cool evening air fills your lungs. You listen carefully. The faint turning of parchment, the quiet splash of the fountain, the whisper of the breeze through the columns. Every sound invites your mind to become quieter, slower, lighter. As darkness settles over Ephesus, small oil lamps are quietly lit throughout the library. Their warm glow replaces the fading sunlight. Soft shadows dance across the marble floor. You realize that for nearly 2,000 years, people have imagined evenings exactly like this. Quiet libraries, patient readers, gentle candlelight, shelves filled with humanity's endless curiosity. The Library of Celsus was more than a building. It was a peaceful home for ideas, a place where silence and knowledge lived together in perfect harmony. Before quietly leaving, you take one final look back. The glowing lamps, the towering columns, the endless shelves, the peaceful readers. You gently smile, knowing that somewhere within these quiet halls, history still whispers to anyone willing to listen. And as the stars slowly brighten above the ancient city, our peaceful journey continues toward another place where patience became an art, and every single book was created, one careful letter at a time. The warm evening in Ephesus slowly fades into memory. The marble columns, the quiet library, and the gentle glow of oil lamps disappear behind us. Now, our peaceful journey carries us farther north, across mountains, rivers, and restless seas. Many centuries have passed. The Roman Empire has faded into history. Yet far from busy cities, knowledge continues to survive, hidden within quiet stone monasteries. Our destination is the green island of Ireland. The morning air feels cool and fresh. A light mist rests upon rolling hills. Tiny drops of dew sparkle across the grass. Stone walls divide peaceful fields. Sheep quietly graze beneath a pale grey sky. Everything feels wonderfully still. Nestled among these hills stands a simple monastery. Its weathered stone walls have stood for centuries. Its wooden doors open slowly with a gentle creak. You quietly step inside. The sounds of the outside world disappear. The air carries the comforting scent of beeswax candles, old wood, fresh parchment, and damp stone. The corridors are silent, only distant footsteps echo softly. A bell rings gently somewhere beyond the courtyard. You follow the sound until you reach a small room filled with wooden desks. This is the scriptorium, the place where books are copied by hand. Several monks sit quietly before their desks. Each wears a simple brown robe. Each works in complete silence. Only the gentle scratching of feather quills fills the room. Scratch, pause, scratch. The rhythm feels like gentle rainfall. A single candle burns beside each desk. Its warm flame softly lights every page. One elderly monk carefully copies an ancient gospel. Every letter is perfectly balanced. Every word receives patient attention. Nearby, a younger monk grinds colourful minerals into fine powder, blue, red, green, and delicate gold. These colours will become beautiful illustrations. Another monk carefully sharpens a goose feather into a writing quill. Everything here depends upon patience and balance. Outside, a gentle rain begins to fall. Tiny drops tap softly against the monastery windows. The sound blends beautifully with the scratching of quills. A nearby fireplace crackles gently. Its warmth slowly fills the room. Shelves nearby hold finished manuscripts wrapped in soft leather. Some books required an entire year to complete. Others took even longer. Every page was copied by hand, every illustration painted with care. Here, time moves differently. No clocks hurry the monks, only sunrise, sunset, and the quiet rhythm of careful work. A young apprentice respectfully presents a finished page to his teacher. The older monk studies it silently, then smiles gently, offering only a simple nod. The apprentice quietly returns to his desk. Learning continues, one peaceful page at a time. Hours pass almost unnoticed. The candles burn lower. The rain slowly fades away. Soft afternoon sunlight returns through the windows. Golden light rests upon unfinished manuscripts. Dust drifts quietly through the air. You close your eyes for a moment, listening. The scratching of quills, the crackling fire, the quiet breathing of patient monks, the distant birds singing after the rain. Everything invites your mind to slow down, to become still. Perhaps this is why these monasteries preserved so much knowledge, not through wealth, but through patience, silence, and careful attention. Without these quiet scribes, many ancient books might have disappeared forever. Instead, they survived, protected by peaceful hands, copied, one letter, one page, one generation at a time. As evening slowly approaches, the monastery bell rings once again. The monks place their quills upon the desks. They gently close their unfinished manuscripts. Tomorrow, they will simply continue where they stopped. Knowledge, like peace, never needs to hurry. You quietly leave the scriptorium. The cool evening air greets you once more. Behind you, warm candlelight still glows through the monastery windows. A small island of silence, wisdom, and peace. And as the gentle breeze moves across the green Irish hills, our peaceful journey prepares to travel once again, toward another remarkable collection of knowledge, far across Asia, where silk, bamboo, and the scent of incense preserve the memories of an ancient empire.
The peaceful hills of Ireland slowly disappear behind us, the gentle ringing of monastery bells, the warm glow of candlelight, and the quiet scratching of feather quills fade softly into memory. Our journey now carries us much farther east, across endless mountains, across vast deserts, along the ancient Silk Road. Weeks pass peacefully. The seasons slowly change. Eventually, the great walls and golden rooftops of one of the world's most magnificent cities appear before you, Chang'an, the capital of ancient China. More than 1,000 years ago, this city was one of the largest and most remarkable places on Earth. Merchants arrived from Persia, scholars traveled from Korea, monks came from India. Every road seemed to lead here, yet hidden behind the grand palaces and busy markets stood one of the quietest places in the entire empire, the Imperial Archives, a peaceful home for countless ancient records. As you approach the entrance, 2 elegant stone lions quietly guard the gateway. Their expressions are calm, timeless. Beyond them, a beautiful wooden building stands beneath gently curved roofs of dark green tiles. Red pillars support wide balconies. Golden ornaments catch the afternoon sunlight. The architecture feels balanced, graceful, almost effortless. You slowly step inside. Immediately, the busy sounds of Chang'an begin to disappear. The air becomes wonderfully still. A gentle fragrance fills the room. Sandalwood incense burns quietly inside a small bronze holder. Its delicate smoke rises in slow, graceful patterns. The scent is warm, comforting, peaceful. Rows upon rows of polished wooden shelves stretch before you. Unlike the papyrus scrolls of Egypt, many documents here are written upon smooth bamboo strips. Others rest upon delicate silk. Each manuscript is carefully tied together with fine silk cords. Nothing appears rushed. Everything has its proper place. A senior archivist quietly walks between the shelves. His long, flowing robe moves gently across the polished wooden floor. Every movement reflects years of calm discipline. He pauses before a cabinet, carefully removes a bamboo manuscript, gently brushes away a tiny layer of dust, then slowly places it upon a reading table. Nearby, 2 young scholars respectfully bow before opening the manuscript. They untie the silk cord. One bamboo strip at a time unfolds before them. The tiny brush-written characters appear perfectly balanced, elegant, beautiful. Each stroke reflects years of patient practice. Writing here is more than communication, it is art. A nearby calligrapher quietly prepares his brush. He dips it into rich black ink made from pine soot. Then, for several peaceful moments, he simply waits, breathing slowly, allowing complete stillness to settle over the room. Only then does the brush gently touch the paper. Each stroke flows effortlessly, like water moving through a quiet stream. There is no hesitation, no unnecessary movement, only calm precision. You watch quietly. Every character seems almost alive. Graceful curves, balanced lines, soft, flowing rhythm. The writing itself becomes a form of meditation. Outside, a gentle breeze stirs the bamboo garden surrounding the archive. The tall green stalks sway softly together. Their leaves whisper quietly against one another. The sound drifts gently through the open windows. It blends beautifully with the faint crackle of incense. Somewhere deeper within the archive, another librarian carefully rolls a silk manuscript closed. A small wooden stamp presses gently into warm red sealing wax. Each document receives careful protection. These are not simply records, they are memories, stories, ideas, the quiet heartbeat of an entire civilization. Hours pass almost unnoticed. Sunlight slowly moves across the polished floor. Golden beams illuminate floating particles of incense smoke. Everything feels wonderfully peaceful. You wander farther into the archive. One room contains maps of distant provinces. Another preserves poems written centuries earlier. Nearby, astronomical charts carefully record the movements of stars elsewhere. Ancient medical texts describe herbs, healing plants, and gentle treatments passed from one generation to another. Every shelf tells another story. Every manuscript quietly waits for someone willing to learn. You pause beside a wide wooden window. Outside, a peaceful koi pond reflects the afternoon sky. Bright orange fish glide silently beneath blooming lotus flowers. The water barely moves. Everything feels perfectly still. You take one slow breath. The scent of sandalwood fills the air. The quiet rustling of bamboo leaves continues outside. Somewhere, a bronze wind bell gently sings in the breeze. Its delicate tone fades slowly into silence. Perhaps this is the greatest treasure these archives protect. Not only knowledge, but patience, respect, stillness, the understanding that wisdom grows slowly, one careful thought at a time, one carefully preserved page at a time. As evening begins to settle over Chang'an, the archivists quietly return each manuscript to its proper shelf. Silk ribbons are gently tied, wooden cabinets close softly. The incense continues burning, its final wisps of fragrant smoke drifting peacefully upward. You take one final look around the great archive, the polished wood, the elegant calligraphy, the quiet scholars, the peaceful silence. For a brief moment, it feels as though time itself has stopped, and somewhere, hidden within these carefully preserved pages, the voices of countless generations continue to whisper, patiently waiting for another quiet reader to listen. The scent of sandalwood incense, the whisper of bamboo leaves, and the graceful strokes of calligraphy drift quietly into memory. Our journey now follows the ancient trade routes westward, across mountains, across deserts, across long, peaceful caravans moving beneath endless skies. Centuries have passed, empires have risen and faded, Yet the desire to preserve knowledge continues, and eventually, beside the gentle waters of the Tigris River, a magnificent city appears before you. Baghdad. It is evening. The heat of the day has softened. Warm golden light reflects upon the river. Palm trees sway gently in the breeze. Bridges connect the bustling districts of the city. Merchants quietly close their stalls. The scent of bread, spices, and fresh dates drifts through the streets. But our destination lies beyond the busy marketplaces, a peaceful place known as the House of Wisdom. As you approach the building, its beauty is immediately striking. Wide courtyards, elegant arches, geometric patterns carved into smooth stone. Fountains quietly sparkle beneath the fading sunlight. Everything feels harmonious, balanced, calm. You step through a shaded colonnade. The sound of the city grows softer. Only the gentle splash of water remains. In the center of the courtyard, a marble fountain sends thin streams of water into a quiet pool. The water falls with a steady, relaxing rhythm. Scholars sit nearby upon low cushions. Some read quietly, others write notes upon smooth paper. No one speaks loudly. The atmosphere feels almost like a peaceful garden devoted to learning. A librarian welcomes you with a gentle smile. He carries a small oil lamp whose warm flame glows softly in the evening air. Together, you enter the great library hall. Rows of wooden shelves stretch into the distance. Here, books are no longer limited to papyrus or bamboo. Smooth paper has become common. Its pages feel lighter, softer, easier to write upon. Thousands of manuscripts rest carefully upon the shelves. Some arrived from Greece, others from Persia, India, Syria, and many lands beyond. The House of Wisdom has become a meeting place for the knowledge of the world. You slowly walk between the shelves. One room contains books about mathematics, another preserves astronomy. Nearby, medical texts describe herbs, surgeries, and treatments collected from many different cultures. Elsewhere, philosophers quietly compare ideas written hundreds of years apart. Everything feels wonderfully patient. In one corner, several translators work together beneath the warm glow of oil lamps. A Greek manuscript lies open before them. One scholar reads softly. Another carefully writes the Arabic translation. A third compares difficult passages. Their voices remain gentle, respectful. No one argues loudly. They are not trying to defeat one another. They are trying to understand. The scratching of pens fills the room with a peaceful rhythm. Scratch, pause, scratch, pause. The sound feels strangely comforting. Nearby, an astronomer studies a chart of the stars. Small bronze instruments rest beside him. He quietly marks the position of a planet. Outside, the first stars are beginning to appear above Baghdad, the same stars studied by scholars in Egypt, Rome, China, and countless other civilizations. Knowledge travels farther than armies, farther than empires, farther than any single lifetime. A young student carefully carries a stack of freshly copied manuscripts across the hall. He moves slowly, holding them as if they are fragile treasures. Perhaps one day, another student centuries later will read those same pages. This thought fills the library with a quiet sense of continuity. You pause beside a wide arched window. The Tigris River glows silver beneath the rising moon. Boats drift silently across the water. The evening breeze carries the scent of jasmine from a nearby garden. A distant call to prayer echoes softly across the city, gentle and melodic. Inside the House of Wisdom, The scholars continue their peaceful work. Some copy books, some translate ancient texts, some calculate the movements of the heavens, others simply read quietly beneath the lamplight. No one seems hurried. They understand that wisdom grows slowly, one careful page at a time, one thoughtful question at a time, one quiet conversation at a time. You take a slow breath. The air smells of paper, ink, olive oil lamps, and fresh water from the fountain. The sounds around you are wonderfully soft. Turning pages, flowing water, gentle voices, steady breathing. Everything invites your mind to become quieter, lighter, more peaceful. As the night deepens, more lamps are lit throughout the library. Warm circles of golden light appear among the shelves. The shadows grow softer. The atmosphere becomes even calmer. For a moment, it feels as though the entire world has gathered here, not to compete, but simply to learn together. The House of Wisdom reminds us that knowledge has often traveled through quiet cooperation, through patient translation, careful copying, and the willingness to listen to ideas from distant lands. Before leaving, you look back one final time. The glowing lamps, the endless shelves, the peaceful scholars, the quiet fountain, the moonlit river beyond the arches, and you realize that some of history's greatest discoveries may have begun in moments exactly like this. Moments filled not with noise but with calm curiosity and gentle light. The night breeze moves softly through the courtyard. The fountain continues its peaceful song. And our journey now prepares to visit one final group of libraries, those that have disappeared from the world, yet still survive quietly within memory.
The peaceful evening in Baghdad slowly fades away. The sound of the fountain grows quieter. The warm light of the oil lamps disappears into the distance. The gentle voices of the scholars become only a memory. Tonight, we are not visiting a place that still exists. Instead, we are walking through the quiet remains of the world's lost libraries. Places where great collections of knowledge once filled endless shelves. Today, only silence remains. Take one slow, comfortable breath. Now imagine a peaceful morning. The sun is rising. Golden light spreads across an open landscape. A soft breeze moves through the tall grass. There are no crowds, no busy streets, only calm and quiet. Ahead, ancient stone ruins slowly appear. Long ago, this was a place of learning. Thousands of books and scrolls were carefully stored here. Scholars spent their days reading, writing, and sharing ideas. Now, wildflowers grow between the old stones. Birds rest on broken columns. Nature has quietly taken back this peaceful place. As you walk along the ancient paths, it is easy to imagine what once stood here. Tall shelves, rows of carefully arranged scrolls, readers turning delicate pages, soft footsteps across smooth floors, quiet conversations filled with curiosity. History reminds us that no building lasts forever. Empires rise, empires fade. Stone slowly returns to dust. But ideas often continue their journey. A single copied manuscript could travel across countries. One careful reader could preserve knowledge for generations. That is how wisdom survives. You continue your slow walk. A broken doorway stands nearby. Pieces of carved marble rest peacefully on the ground. You place your hand on one cool stone. For a moment, you wonder who may have stood here before you. perhaps a teacher, perhaps a student, perhaps someone searching for answers, just as people still do today. A gentle breeze carries the scent of wild herbs. Olive trees sway softly in the distance. Above, white clouds drift across a bright blue sky. The world keeps moving, and knowledge, like a quiet river, always finds a new path. Across history, many libraries helped protect the ideas of their time. The Great Library of Alexandria, the Library of Celsus, the peaceful monasteries of Ireland, the Imperial Archives of China, the House of Wisdom in Baghdad. Different places, different languages, different centuries. Yet each shared the same purpose: to preserve knowledge, to protect stories, and to leave something valuable for the future. You sit quietly on an old stone bench. A butterfly drifts across the empty courtyard. Nearby, a small stream flows gently over smooth rocks. For a few peaceful moments, there is nothing you need to do, nothing to finish, nothing to hurry. Only the quiet rhythm of the world around you. Perhaps that is the greatest lesson these lost libraries leave behind. Knowledge matters. Curiosity matters. Patience matters. Kindness matters. And even the smallest page, carefully preserved, can travel much farther than its writer ever imagined. As the sun begins to set, a warm golden light covers the ancient stones. The buildings are gone, but their stories remain. Their ideas remain. Their quiet spirit remains. You take one last look across the peaceful ruins. The wind moves gently through the grass. Birds sing their final songs of the day. The light slowly fades into evening, and somewhere, within the quiet pages of history, the lost libraries are still waiting, ready to be remembered, one peaceful story at a time. The quiet ruins of forgotten libraries slowly disappear behind us. The gentle wind, the ancient stones, and the soft evening light become distant memories. Now, one final destination quietly awaits. Not a famous library, not a grand palace, not a place remembered in history books. Instead, imagine a small library that exists only in peaceful dreams, a timeless place, where every library we have visited tonight somehow comes together. As you slowly approach, the night sky stretches above you. Thousands of stars shimmer softly. A full moon casts gentle silver light across a quiet stone path. Small lanterns glow warmly beside the entrance. Their golden light flickers gently in the cool evening air. The wooden door opens without a sound. You quietly step inside. Immediately, a comforting warmth surrounds you. The air smells wonderfully familiar. Old books, smooth wood, beeswax candles, fresh parchment, a faint hint of cedar. Everything you have encountered throughout tonight's journey seems to live together here. Rows of books stretch peacefully into the distance. Some are ancient scrolls from Alexandria. Others are beautifully illuminated manuscripts from Ireland. Nearby rest bamboo writings from China, elegant volumes from Rome, carefully translated books from Baghdad. Every civilization quietly shares the same peaceful home. No voices disturb the silence, only the gentle crackling of a nearby fireplace. A candle softly flickers upon a wooden table. Its warm light dances across the polished floor. You slowly wander through the shelves. Your footsteps make almost no sound. Every book seems to wait patiently, not demanding to be opened, simply content to exist. Knowledge has never been impatient. It waits, quietly, generation after generation. You pause beside a comfortable wooden chair near the fire. A thick blanket rests across its back. You gently sit down. The chair feels warm, comfortable, perfectly peaceful. Outside, the wind softly moves through tall trees. Leaves whisper quietly beneath the moonlight. A distant owl calls gently across the night. Inside, the fire continues its slow rhythm. Crackle, pause, crackle. The sound feels calming, steady, safe. You reach toward a nearby shelf. Your fingers lightly touch the spine of an old book. You do not need to open it. Simply knowing it is there feels enough. Every page inside carries someone's patience, someone's careful attention, someone who believed that ideas were worth protecting. Perhaps that is the true story of tonight's journey. Not simply libraries, not simply books, but quiet human kindness. Across thousands of years, people carefully preserved knowledge for strangers they would never meet. They copied books by candlelight. They protected scrolls from weather. They translated forgotten languages. They repaired damaged pages. Not for fame, not for reward, but because they believed the future deserved to remember the past. And tonight, their quiet work has gently carried us here. You take one slow, comfortable breath. Your shoulders feel lighter now. Your thoughts move more slowly, like turning the final pages of a beloved book. There is nothing left to accomplish tonight, nothing left to hurry toward, only peace. The candle beside you burns a little lower. Its golden flame becomes smaller, softer, gentler. Outside, the stars continue their silent journey across the night sky, exactly as they did above Alexandria, above Rome, above Ireland, above Chang'an, above Baghdad. The same stars watched every quiet library we visited. The same stars now shine peacefully above you. You close your eyes for just a moment, listening. The fire, the wind, the quiet breathing of the night. Everything feels wonderfully calm. Imagine every library we have visited tonight gently fading into the distance. The marble halls of Alexandria, the peaceful banks of the Nile, the elegant library of Celsus, the candlelit monastery, the fragrant archives of China, the beautiful house of wisdom, the quiet ruins of forgotten libraries. Each one slowly disappears into a soft golden mist. Only peace remains, only stillness, only gentle breathing. History has always been filled with loud moments, wars, kings, empires. But hidden quietly between those pages, there have always been places like these. Rooms filled with silence, shelves filled with wisdom, people who worked patiently, one careful page at a time. Perhaps those quiet moments are history's greatest treasure. As the final candle slowly fades, the library becomes wrapped in gentle moonlight. Nothing feels dark, only peaceful. The books rest quietly upon their shelves. The fire glows softly. The stars continue shining above. And somewhere, beyond dreams, the gentle whisper of turning pages continues forever. Thank you for joining this peaceful journey through the quiet histories of ancient libraries and scribes. May your thoughts grow lighter. May your breathing become slower. May your dreams be calm. And may peaceful history always be waiting whenever you wish to return. Good night and sleep well.